little later, the fog came down. As they approached the same area, they saw the amber light again. "Here we go," said Henry's driver. Then, unknown to Henry, the gates mysteriously closed by themselves, and the signal went red. The freight cars had seen everything, and they were spooked. "Faster, faster! There's a ghost about!" "Stop, stop!" yelled Henry. A mysterious figure watched Henry go by. Ahead was a landslide blocking the line. Henry braked hard, but the freight cars hit some of the rubble and plunged into the ravine. Just then, Henry's driver saw a strange sight coming towards them. "What's that?" he said. The fireman laughed. "That's our ghost. It's Old Bailey, the fogman." Old Bailey was very cross. "I tried to warn you about the viaduct. Why didn't you pay attention?" "We're sorry," replied the driver. "Is there anything we can do to thank you?" "I'd like to operate that old station. If you let me, I promise I won't spook Henry again." And in a little while, Old Bailey's wish was granted. "You and your station will be really useful," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Let's hear a hearty thank you to the friendliest, ghost on the island." Everyone cheered, especially Henry, who was the happiest of all. The little engines were busy clearing their railroad of leaves and broken branches. Peter Sam and Rusty often worked together. One day, Rusty helped Peter Sam to a water tower. Peter Sam felt much better after his long drink, but the freight cars were bored. "Let's break away." Their loads were heavy and the couplings old. One snapped. "Faster, faster!" shouted the freight cars. A sign read "Slow steep bends and ravine ahead," but the silly cars never saw it. Then, it was too late. Peter Sam arrived at the scene of the disaster. His driver sighed. "This was our fault. We didn't secure them properly. We'll have to get help to pull them out." Sir Topham Hatt will be very annoyed. And he was. "You will work in the yards until I can trust you again." Duncan was delighted with Peter Sam's dilemma. "Fancy not securing your freight cars on a hill. They'll come back to spook you and your special funnel." "Woo! And who's to say you're not afraid of ghosts?" snapped Rusty. "Ghosts? Things that go bump in the night? Rubbish! Well, I'll tell you a story that will make your funnel quiver," Rusty said. A long time ago, a little engine was returning home. It was a misty, moonlit night. Suddenly, the engine lost control and plunged over the side. into the swamps below. He was never found again. But many a workman will tell you that when the moon is full, they have seen the little engine trying to get home. But he never reaches the other side. So what do you think of that, Duncan? Rubbish, replied Duncan. Never mind him, Peter Sam. He'd be frightened if he really saw a ghost. This gave Peter Sam's driver an idea. Let's play a trick on Duncan. The next day, he spoke to Duncan's driver and fireman, who agreed. We'll do it tonight. Duncan had to take coal cars to the slate mines and then bring cars back. Duncan's driver decided as part of the plan to cross the old iron bridge. Haunted bridge. Rubbish, snorted Duncan. It's as tame as a pet rabbit. But all the same, he kept thinking about Rusty's story. When dusk fell, he was keen to leave. If we don't go now, Scarloey will take my favorite place in the sheds. We have to collect our cars first, his driver replied. He could see their plan was working because Duncan was nervous.